fast to review some of the makeup trailer allegations or incidents or what have you. As you know, it's a pretty central claim in her complaint. The way she has formed the incident has changed a little bit, and I'll do a longer form video on that. But on September 12, 2025, Vivian Baker was deposed, and she was the makeup artist, her personal makeup artist. I'm not sure who this is from. I think this is Janetti, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, this is Jamie Heath. And in regards to the incident, he says, or the question is, and when she came to the trailer for the meeting, did she say anything about what had just occurred in her makeup trailer? She did not. This is on day 2. This is May 16th, May 16. You're not late at all. I just started. We're just going over the makeup trailer documentation from a couple of areas and see if they match up, because what I'm noticing is sometimes the statements that Blake Lively makes, there's some details added in some documents and some details not added in other documents. So it's kind of hard to tell whether she's telling the truth or not, or if she's telling the truth, how twisted is it? Yeah, I'm just a lot more paranoid about reading her complaints now because I don't know if they're accurate, you know, and like what version is accurate. But this one is from Jamie Heath. It's about the trailer. Its question is, and when she came to the trailer for the meeting, did she say anything about what just occurred in her makeup trailer? She did not. This is on day 2. This is May 16th, May 16th. Did you ever learn that Miss Lively had a different view of the incident in the trailer prior to her testimony? I learned that her different view is when I read the CRD complaint. So you didn't hear any concerns raised by Miss Lively regarding this incident in the trailer on the second day of shooting until the CRD complaint? We had a conversation about it on June 1st, 2 weeks later, but not that there was a concern. Okay, and when you say we had a conversation about it 2 weeks later, who are you talking about? There was a conversation with Blake, Justin, myself, and Alex Sachs about she had got COVID and we returned to set. And we had a morning conversation before we started working. So that is Jamie Heath's deposition. As you can see, this is part of the 17-point agreement or the 30-point list. No more entering, attempting to enter, interrupting, pressuring, or asking BL to enter her trailer or the makeup trailer by Mr. Heath or Mr. Baldoni while she is nude for any reason. There is another version of this. It says breastfeeding. So that's interesting too. Do I have that? Oh, it's in a different document. She alleged that throughout filming, you and Mr. Baldoni invaded Miss Lively's privacy by entering her makeup trailer uninvited while she was undressed, including when she was breastfeeding her child. So the complaint is pretty consistent. And this deposition is who? This deposition, I think, is Jamie Heath again. Jamie Heath. So let's see. Let me just take a look real fast. Okay. Did I lose my spot again? Okay, here it is. Question. I don't know whether it's fair or not, but I accept your answer. And I guess my question is, respectfully, your perspective of these various incidents seems to discuss or clear the air about. One of them was the incident with you and she in her trailer, right? When she was getting her body makeup removed. And you mentioned that she had said something to you like, I asked you to look away and I turned around and we made eye contact or something like that, right? In the June 1st meeting. Okay. Is that what you mean? Sure. At any point in time. Okay. I didn't know if you talked about fair other things. I guess my question is, you understand though, from your discussions with her, that the issue was about you entering her trailer was because she was nude from the waist up, right? Answer is no. Objection. You didn't think she asked you to turn around because she was nude from the waist up? I did not think that. Does she typically ask you to turn around when she's having conversations with you, when she has her clothes on? Objection. Fair. Okay. I didn't see her, what she was wearing or not wearing. I saw that she was leaning back, and it looked like she was either feeding or maybe nursing or pumping. And that's what it appeared she was doing. When she asked me to look away, I thought it was in that regard. I understand. So I never saw it. So I didn't question that. So I moved over and looked away based on that. Okay, but even nursing or pumping involves activity with a woman's breasts, right? Sure. And you understand that it was in that context that she was asking you not to look, right? Fair. She asked me to look away. So whatever she was doing, she didn't want me to. Right. Sure. And what she was doing was something that had to do with her breasts being exposed or involved. Okay. And then it goes on to the video. Girly says the lawyer doing the depo of the makeup artist uses different versions like unclothed, putting a makeup and removing makeup. They are confused of their own client's statements. That's fair. And this is where Alex Sachs talks about the makeup incident. Again, this is on June 1st. So 2 weeks later, Alex Sachs says, and then she also mentioned that I guess on day 2, Jimmy went to Blake's trailer and she was like, oh, actually, I'm getting body makeup done. Well, you can come in if you don't look. So someone told someone, well, you can come in if you don't look. So someone invited Jamie Heath in. And apparently he was looking in her direction the entire conversation when she turned around. This is home, not good. I think this is Angie Giannetti. But so she's accusing Jamie Heath in June of 2023 of looking in her direction the entire conversation when she turned around. This is this, who's this? Carol. And then she's asked, can you describe for me what you recall about the occasion on which Mr. Heath arrived to Miss Lively's hair and makeup trailer? Yes. Do you want me to describe like sure, go ahead and ask your question. Like the sort of moment, like the whole morning, or why don't we do it this way? If you could, it sounds like there's a certain occasion on which Mr. Heath's arrival to Miss Lively's hair and makeup trailer sticks out in your mind. Is that right? Yes. Can you please describe for me the moment at which you understood Mr. Heath was arriving to the trailer to the point at which Mr. Heath exited the trailer? Okay, Blake was having body makeup done in the trailer by Vivian. We heard the door open and looked and went, whoa, whoa, whoa. And it was Jamie at the door. I grabbed a cutting cape, which was over my chair, and held it up to try and cover her. She said, Blake said, whoa, whoa, don't come in. He said, it will only take a second. And that's when all of the action was happening. He stayed in the trailer. They had a discussion and he left. Did you know that Mr. Heath was going to be coming to the trailer when he did? I did not. Did you have an understanding that Mr. Heath was invited to the trailer by Miss Lively? I did not. Did you understand that Miss Lively did not expect Mr. Heath to come to the trailer at that moment? Objection. Say that again. Sorry. Did you have an understanding that Miss Lively was not expecting Mr. Heath to show up at hair and makeup trailer at that moment? By her reaction, yes. Did Mr. Heath abide by the protocol of knocking on the door that you described earlier today? No. Did Mr. Heath ask for permission to open the door into Miss Lively's private hair and makeup trailer? No. You stated that you, Miss Lively, and Miss Baker verbally indicated something to the effect of whoa, whoa, whoa when Mr. Heath was opening the door. Is that right? Yes. And did you, Miss Lively, Miss Baker, give a loud verbal indication that the trailer was occupied at that point in time? I believe we were speaking loudly. So you had an understanding that Mr. Heath heard when you said something to the effect of whoa, whoa, whoa as he was entering her private hair and makeup trailer. Sorry, objection. Yes. And did Mr. Heath nevertheless open the door to the hair and makeup trailer? Yes. Now, at this point in time, where was Miss Lively situated in the hair and makeup trailer? She was towards the far right of the trailer, standing. I thought she was sitting, but she was standing. In which direction was Miss Lively facing when she was standing in the trailer? I don't recall. Do you recall what Miss Lively was wearing at the moment in the trailer? Either nothing or a nude thong. Miss Lively's breasts were exposed in that moment? Yes. And Miss Lively was generally undressed and unclothed? Yes. And that was one of the reasons why you and Miss Carol and Miss Lively indicated that Mr. Heath should not enter the trailer at that point in time? Yes. And would you have expected Mr. Heath to heed that request? Objection to form. I don't know why he would have come up. Mr. Heath walked into Miss Lively's hair and makeup trailer while she was unclothed without knocking, without permission, correct? Yes. And that was after you and others loudly tried to stop Mr. Heath from entering the trailer. Objection. We verbally said, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yes. Don't come in? Yeah. I don't remember saying don't come in, but we were like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Just a minute, warning him. And at that point, Mr. Heath stayed. Is that right? Yes. And where was Mr. Heath standing for the remainder of the time at the trailer? I am not completely... My back was to him, so he was behind me. And was your back to Mr. Heath because you were standing with a cloth to cover Miss Lively for modesty? Does that skip? That's page 59. And this is page 57. So it skips an entire page. Something, trailer for entering without permission. I don't remember that. Do you recall why Mr. Heath was at the trailer? Objection. I don't. And you believe it was unclear to Mr. Heath at that point in time that Miss Lively was in a state of undress? Objection to form. Join. Can you ask that again? Sorry. Do you believe that it was clear during the course of the interaction between Mr. Heath and Miss Lively that Miss Lively was in a state of undress? Objection. Yes. And from your perspective, do you think that would have been clear to Mr. Heath himself? Yes, once he stepped into the trailer. But nevertheless, at that point, he stayed in the trailer? Yes. Given your understanding of where Miss Lively and Mr. Heath were in the trailer, if Mr. Heath had looked into the mirror, would he have seen Miss Lively's exposed breasts? Objection. You can see the room when you look. You can see into different parts of the room through reflection. Yes. Wait, I thought she had a... Her back, I'm so confused. So her back was to Jamie Heath. So she must have been facing a mirror. Okay, I get it now. Objection. He would be able to see her, yes. How did the interaction between Mr. Heath and Miss Lively and Miss Lively's hair and makeup trailer make you feel? Uncomfortable. It was strange. And you found the interaction between Mr. Heath and Miss Lively uncomfortable and strange? I felt uncomfortable and strange. And why did you feel uncomfortable when Mr. Heath came to Miss Lively's trailer that day? I guess because we had warned him. You know, she was in a state where nobody else should see her in that way. He stayed, so it was a strange interaction. And you testified as well that the interaction made you feel strange? Yeah, uncomfortable and strange. Have you ever seen this type of conduct from a producer on a film before? I have not. And would you expect to have seen that type of conduct previously? Objection. It's not my experience that has ever happened on any of the sets I have worked on before. Did you view that conduct by Mr. Heath as inappropriate? Objection. Yes, I do. I'm not sure what the purpose of the meeting was, so I don't know. I don't know why he came. I don't know his motivation to coming to the trailer. Can you think of any meeting that would be so important that Mr. Heath had to come into the trailer uninvited and stay while Miss Lively was undressed? Objection. I don't. You cannot? I cannot, yeah. Did Mr. Heath's unannounced entry to the trailer happen on one or more occasions? I don't recall. The incident that we just discussed is the only instance that you recall in which Mr. Heath arrived unannounced to Miss Lively's trailer. Is that right? Yes. And when Mr. Heath exited the trailer the day, did you discuss the incident with Miss Baker or Miss Lively? Yes, we did. And what do you recall about the discussion? Blake, said to us, he was staring at me in the mirror. And I just recall being sort of flabbergasted by the whole experience, you know? Were you shocked? Yeah, shocked. Yeah, sure, shocked. Did Miss Lively appear to you to be distressed or shocked by the incident? Yes, she was agitated by it, and yeah. And how could you tell that Miss Lively was agitated by the incident with Mr. Heath in her hair and makeup trailer? Just by her actions, feeling uncomfortable and actually saying the words, you know, he was staring at me, you know, in the mirror. I can't believe it. Just shock. You perceived Miss Lively to be shocked by the interaction with Mr. Heath. Yes. And did Miss Lively, when Miss Lively stated that he was staring at her in the mirror, did you understand that to mean that Mr. Heath had viewed Miss Lively's exposed breasts in the mirror? I can't speak to her exposed breasts, but to a nude body in a visual of her unclothed. And to be clear, your recollection is that at that point in time, Miss Lively was wearing nothing more than potentially a nude thong, correct? Did you perceive Miss Baker's reaction with the incident with Mr. Heath and Miss Lively's hair and makeup trailer? Yes. Did you perceive that Miss Baker was shocked and uncomfortable in any way? And by we, you mean Miss Lively and Miss Baker and yourself? And myself, yes. Did you ever discuss the incident with Mr. Heath and his hair and makeup in Miss Lively's hair makeup trailer with anyone beyond Miss Baker and Miss Lively? No. Did you at any point in time take steps to prevent the uninvited entry of individuals into Miss Lively's private hair and makeup trailer? Objection. I did. And what were those steps? I started locking the door to the sliding door between the two sections of the trailer. Was always locked while we were processing her. After the incident, I started locking the exit to the outside as well. All right, guys, I gotta end this a little bit early, but what do you guys think? Is she credible? Is Blake Lively blowing this up? Is the hair and makeup person credible? Now they're locking the door. And as far as Mr. Baldoni or Justin, it doesn't look like he or that she recalls him barging in uninvited. But here's a good one. And in other words, it was the consent of Miss Lively that individuals would enter her private hair and makeup trailer. Yes. Did anyone other than Mr. Heath on the set of It Ends With Us enter Miss Lively's private hair and makeup trailer without her consent that you can recall? Not that I can recall. She didn't see Jamie looking at Blake in the mirror. That's a good point, girly. Oh, Blake fed the info to her. I just don't know. He had to have faced the wall, and she did acknowledge that he wasn't trying to cop a look. So if he wasn't trying to cop a look, she might have caught him in a glance and not looking at her. But if she was facing a mirror and saw him, she would see him turn around or look at her, right? And I'm just wondering, was there someone behind her and someone in front of her? Because if there was another person facing the same way she was, she would be able to see that mirror as well and see what Jamie Heath is doing. So what do you guys think? I'm almost done with the long version of the morality video. It's got the morality clause. It's got the Betty Buzz and Betty Boo's meeting synopsis, the wind down plan, and then it's got the contract along with the very interesting signature of the same law firm that is involved with this lawsuit. So check that out. And I will have the paranormal show on tonight at 10 p.m. I think Gelth is joining me for some more ghost stories. And yeah, so what do you guys think? Now that there's more information coming out, is Blake more believable or more unbelievable? And one more question, Shananos. Lawyers should ask when you remove the cape that was used for modesty. She put the cape on for modesty, so when she did remove the cape, and if she didn't remove it, then Jamie looked at a woman wearing a cape. Yeah, I don't know, guys. It's gonna get really interesting. Really interesting. Yeah, like, subscribe, and I'll be back for more. Bye, guys.